All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Valsa Williams. The headlines. Around 64% polling recorded in fifth phase of Lok Sabha elections. Campaigning gaining momentum for remaining two phases. Election Commission gives clean chit to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in two more cases of alleged violation of Model Code of Conduct. India and US agree to strengthen economic cooperation and bilateral trade. Holy month of Ramazan begins. And in IPL Cricket, first finalist to be decided today, Chennai Super Kings to face Mumbai Indians at Chennai. A voter turnout of 63.99% has been recorded in the fifth phase of Lok Sabha elections. Polling for 51 parliamentary constituencies spread over 7 states was held yesterday in this phase. According to the Election Commission's voter turnout app, the maximum 79.07% polling was recorded in West Bengal, followed by 68.98% in Madhya Pradesh and 65.12% in Jharkhand. While Rajasthan recorded a poll percentage of 63.73, it was 57.93% in Uttar Pradesh and 57.76% in Bihar. The minimum 19.55% voters exercised their franchise in Jammu and Kashmir. Briefing reporters in New Delhi last evening, Deputy Election Commissioner Sandeep Saxena said, except a few incidents, polling remained peaceful in this phase. He said people came out in large numbers to vote.
I really express my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to all the voters, especially the women, person with disability, and also the senior citizens who came out in big number, and as I have already told, up till fourth phase, 1.09% was the additional turnout. If you see absolute number, it is more than 5 crores.
The Election Commission has set up 96,000 polling booths, which included a maximum of 28,000 in Uttar Pradesh. The poll body has seized unaccounted cash, illicit liquor, drugs, gold and freebies worth over 3,360 crore rupees since the Model Code of Conduct came into effect. Meanwhile, campaigning is gaining momentum for the remaining two phases. Star campaigners of various political parties are addressing rallies in different places. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi held public meetings in West Bengal and Jharkhand yesterday. Speaking at a rally at Chaibasa in Jharkhand, Mr. Modi said the country does not want instability and the people want a strong and stable government at the centre. He accused the Congress of using foul language against the dignity of the post of the Prime Minister of the country. Congress President Rahul Gandhi campaigned in Delhi and Haryana. Addressing a rally in the national capital, Mr. Gandhi reiterated his party's promise of filling up over 22 lakh vacant posts in central government departments if it comes to power. Our Kolkata correspondent reports that BJP President Amit Shah and the Congress chief are among the leaders who will campaign in West Bengal today.
BJP President Amit Shah will join the election campaign at Ghatal and other places in West Midnapur and in Bankura. Senior BJP leader and Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will also take part in a series of election rallies in Kolkata and South 24 Parganas district. Congress President Rahul Gandhi will participate in election campaign at Purulia. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is also scheduled to address a series of election rallies at Bankura and Purulia for 6th phase of polls. Arijit Chakraborty, AIR News, Kolkata.
Besides West Bengal, Mr. Amit Shah will campaign in Bihar today. Mr. Rahul Gandhi will also hold a public meeting in Jharkhand. The Election Commission has given a clean chit to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in two more cases of alleged violation of Model Code of Conduct and election law. The cases pertain to a roadshow in Ahmedabad on the 23rd of last month and a speech at Chitradurga in Karnataka on the 9th of last month. The Supreme Court had earlier asked the Election Commission to take a decision on all pending complaints related to the violation of Model Code of Conduct by the 6th of May. The order had come after Congress MP from Silchar, Sushmita Dev told the court that she has given 11 representations to the poll body, but it has not taken a decision in all the cases. Delhi Chief Electoral Office has issued a show-cause notice to Aam Aadmi Party convener and Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal over his alleged objectionable remarks against State BJP President Manoj Tiwari. Mr. Kejriwal has been asked to reply by today. The Election Commission has permitted relaxation in the Model Code of Conduct for Maharashtra to allow the state government to undertake drought relief work. The relaxation was made after Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis wrote to the poll body on the issue on the 30th of last month. Our Mumbai correspondent reports that polling for all 48 Lok Sabha seats in the state was completed on the 29th.
In a letter to the State Chief Electoral Officer, the Election Commission directed that government staff involved in vote counting should not accompany ministers on any tour during this period. Between October and November 2018, the state government declared drought in more than half the villages in 151 tehsils and 318 revenue circles, making them eligible for relief packages and benefits. In his letter to the EC, Fadnavis cited the example of a similar situation in 2009 when the government had asked the EC for relaxation in the Model Code of Conduct. He sought permission for inviting tenders, assessment and finalization of work orders, including for renovation and supply of medical equipment to rural hospitals and village-level work. Citizen News, Mumbai.
News Services Division of All India Radio is broadcasting a special live program, Janadesh 2019, on the developments related to the general elections 2019.
Tune in to the FM Gold channel of AIR from 4:05 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day till the announcement of results to listen to this special program.
The Supreme Court will hear the plea seeking review of its verdict on the Rafale deal case on Friday, along with the contempt petition against Congress President Rahul Gandhi. In its verdict of December last year, the Apex Court had said there was no occasion to doubt the decision-making process in the procurement of 36 Rafale fighter jets from France. Mr. Gandhi had recently wrongly attributed his remark against Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the court relating to its order in the case. In Odisha, relief and rescue operations in the cyclone-affected Puri, Khordha, Jagatsinghpur, Jajpur and other areas are in full swing. State Energy Secretary Hemant Sharma said power supply in 3 affected districts has been fully restored. He said power supply in parts of Bhubaneswar will be restored by this evening. The state government has announced an ex-gratia of 2 lakh rupees for the family of deceased persons and 50,000 to the injured. Meanwhile, elections to Patakura Assembly constituency has been extended by 2 months. It was postponed, keeping in view devastation caused by the cyclone. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. India and the United States have agreed to strengthen economic cooperation and bilateral trade by ensuring greater collaboration amongst stakeholders, including government, businesses and entrepreneurs. A bilateral trade meeting was held between the 2 countries in New Delhi yesterday. Commerce and Industry Minister Suresh Prabhu and U.S. Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross co-chaired the meeting. An official release said both leaders appreciated the strong, robust and growing bilateral ties across the entire spectrum of trade and commerce. In Syria, clashes between government forces and rebels killed 43 in Hama province yesterday. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said 22 pro-government fighters were among those killed in the fighting in the region where the regime and its Russian ally have stepped up bombardment in the past few days. A powerful 7.2 magnitude earthquake rocked Papua New Guinea early this morning. The U.S. Geological Survey said the quake struck at a depth of 127 kilometers, about 30 kilometers from the town of Bulolo. Officials said there were no immediate reports of major damage and the depth of the tremor meant that there was no tsunami threat. The fasting month of Ramazan began today. Worshippers thronged to mosques last night to offer special night prayers called Tarawih, which will continue throughout the month. Ramazan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Eid ul-Fitr is celebrated at the culmination of this month. Our Hyderabad correspondent reports about the first day of Ramazan in Telangana.
The holy Ramadan month began from today across the country. Muslims have taken up their first roja of the prayers this morning, which will last over 14 hours. The state administration, including police and municipal administration, has geared up to make necessary arrangements, especially in walled city of Hyderabad during the holy month. Hyderabad Police Commissioner Anjani Kumar held consultative meetings with community elders and religious heads and assured that police and other departments will extend all cooperation and be available round the clock to people, even after Tarawih prayer. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
Kerala and West Asia observed the first fast of Ramazan yesterday. Our West Asia correspondent has filed this report.
Fasting during Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It is believed that Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad on the night of Laylat al-Qadr, one of the last 10 nights of Ramadan. During the Ramadan month, different chapters are recited each day until the Quran is completed by Eid al-Fitr. Each morning before sunrise, Muslims engage in a pre-fast meal called suhoor. Muslims traditionally break their fast with a sip of water and some dates at sunset. After the sunset prayer, a feast known as iftar is shared with family and friends. Across the Arab world, juices made from apricots are a staple at Ramadan iftars. Mosques and aid organizations set up tents and tables for the public to eat pre-iftar meal every evening. Kanchan Prasad for AIR News from Dubai.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has greeted the people on the occasion. In a tweet, Mr. Modi hoped that this auspicious month furthers the spirit of harmony, happiness and brotherhood in society. In IPL Cricket, defending champions Chennai Super Kings will clash with Mumbai Indians in the first qualifier at Chennai today. The match will begin at 7:30 p.m. The winner of today's game will advance to the final, while the losing side will have another chance of making it to the title clash. It will take on the winner of tomorrow's eliminator match between Delhi Capitals and Sunrisers Hyderabad. The winning team of the eliminator and the losing side of today's match will play in the second qualifier on Friday. That will determine the second finalist. The final will be played on Sunday. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Taneja.
Thank you, Valsa. CGI declared innocent and fifth phase of polls are covered prominently in the press. Supreme Court Committee clears CGI of sexual harassment plaint, headlines The Times of India. CGI Gogoi gets clean chit in sealed cover. Woman says worst fears have come true, leads the Indian Express. Pulwama stokes poll heat, itself cold on voting day, comments the Indian Express. Political slugfest erupts over Fani relief and rescue, reports the Hindustan Times. Patnaik tackled Fani well, Mamta did not return my calls. The Indian Express quotes the Prime Minister. Maya hints at being PM contender. The Asian Age notes Mayawati signalling that she may contest Lok Sabha elections. KCR begins outreach to opposition parties, calls on Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan, reports The Hindu. India-China join hands on oil against the backdrop of a US squeeze through tariffs and sanctions on Iranian oil imports is a front page story in the Hindustan Times. And finally, blue roti for lunch, purple noodles for dinner, suggests the Hindu Business Line as Indian scientists develop coloured wheat crops that pack nutrition. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Around 64% polling recorded in fifth phase of Lok Sabha elections, campaigning gaining momentum for remaining 2 phases. Election Commission gives clean chit to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2 more cases of alleged violation of Model Code of Conduct. India and US agree to strengthen economic cooperation and bilateral trade. Holy month of Ramazan begins. And in IPL Cricket, first finalist to be decided today, Chennai Super Kings to face Mumbai Indians at Chennai. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.